About finding love and success after a toxic relationship so you can bounce back better. We're going to talk about toxic cultures today, which is something I've been putting off doing a video on for a while. I probably should have done it a lot earlier, but here we are today. So toxic cultures, how to recognize if you're in a toxic culture. This could be a work situation, this could be a religious group, this could be a club, this could be like a business coaching setting. There's a family, there could be so many different things that this relates to, but there's some commonalities, and I have studied tons of junk on cults actually, and cult mentality, and you hear these people and they follow people off a cliff, and they're doing these crazy things, and it's how did they get them to do that? How do they get them to do that? How do toxic people get good people to do what they want? Okay, so if there is a situation where there's a philosophy, culture that says you don't have the answers, I do have the answers, you need to basically empty your cup, empty your head, empty those thoughts out, just trust me to do the thinking, and you just do what I say. Danger, 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 danger. Okay? That is the pattern. That is the breakdown pattern. And if you have concerns, it's shut down. I've got it. I've handled it. You don't worry about that. In some ways, I think let the big boys handle that, right? Though it can be females too. But let the big boys handle that, let me do the work of the thinking, and you do the work, or they want to do the work of the thinking, the work of setting the rules, the work of setting up the structure, and your job is to basically be the hands and feet of their operation, or to pay them money. Okay, there's some business culture settings where it's oh, and give me some more money, and okay, now do this, and now this, you can't possibly do anything without me. A healthy family empowers you to be more and bigger and grow brighter than you are. A healthy work environment empowers you to grow bigger, to grow healthier, to grow more into who you are, to be empowered to make your own decisions, to make your own name for yourself, right? If you're 20, 30 and you're starting at the bottom, probably not. But to some extent, there should be someone helping you rise up, not people there just to step on you so they can rise up, okay? A healthy religious culture, it's gosh, you should discover that for yourself. What's your heart telling you? What's your own journey? In some cultures, what's the Holy Spirit telling you? They should empower you to know yourself better and to make decisions on knowing yourself better, rather than saying, you don't know yourself at all, you don't know right from wrong, you don't know what you're doing, listen to me. Okay, and you're probably oh, that's a lot of situations. Yes, it is. It is. A business culture, or business, there's these online business coaches and stuff, and it's oh, empty your cup, listen to us, empty your cup, listen to us, empty your cup. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, you didn't do it right. Okay, because that's what happens. They say, oh, listen to me, I'm the one with the answers, I'm obviously saying the right thing, and so if it's not working, it's on you. There's no acknowledgement that maybe they said the wrong thing, maybe they did the wrong thing, maybe they give you the wrong advice. It's you didn't do it right. If you had done what I said, obviously it would have worked, because obviously I have the answers. So if that didn't work, you just got to pay more money, or whatever that setup is. And in families, right, adult children and adult parents, I'm going to take my coffee. Adult children and adult parents should be here. That's what this looks like. That's what this looks like. There may be situations in life where, you have to help your parents. Maybe they're older and they need their car keys taken away, right? So you kind of have to be the grown up in that situation. Or if any of you have been through a major life change, then maybe your parents need to kind of swoop in for just a second, just a tiny second, to kind of help you out. But then it needs to go back to here. This is what adult parent relationship looks like. It doesn't matter if you're single, and doesn't matter if you're married. There's a lot of cultures where it's like, oh, if you're married, they consider, still got paint. Me and my daughter did, we did a vase yesterday. I just noticed the paint on my fingernails. It's very cute. It's like a little rainbow vase. But in a culture of a family, it should be two adults speaking with each other, whether or not you're married. Sometimes people give you space if you're married, but then if you're single or you go through a divorce, sometimes I hear people say, gosh, as soon as I got divorced, people assumed I was a hot mess and could not do anything. You know, they felt like they needed to make my decisions for me, that I was incapable of making decisions. I want to be super clear. There are lots of people who stay married and not a lot of people who stay happily married. So, some people stay happily married, and I'm great. Oh my gosh, like, yay! That's the ideal. But just because I hate to see these like anniversary parties and these celebrations, like, oh, they've been together for 40 years. And it's like, they hadn't slept in the same bed in 20. I don't even think they talk to each other. Like, but we're giving them a party because they just, like, they just stayed. Like, that's not the ideal. That's not the ideal, right? But then sometimes because they stayed, they feel like they can give you advice because you left, right? Or because you got left, and I'm sorry about that, you know. But be careful about everyone acting as if you need an intervention. There are times we've probably all needed an intervention. If you saw the interview with my best friend recently, I needed an intervention, right? There's seasons that we all need advice and that we all need help. But that's a season, not a pattern. If the pattern is, I'm smart, I've got it all together, you know, listen to everything that I say, and I'm not empowering you to like be a better decision maker, to be more of your own person, to be free from me, then I'm creating a controlling situation. And that can happen family, relationships, work, church, wherever, synagogue, wherever. That is a danger zone. And that's really what is causing so much havoc in our world. People who are supposed to be leaders and they're not. People are supposed to help us and they don't. Okay, so pay attention to the people in your life who are empowering you to be a better decision maker, rather than trying to set themselves up as the all-knowing decision maker. That you can't figure this out on your own. Oh, here, you know, kind of pat your head. Just come to daddy, come to mama, come to pastor, come to boss, come to auntie, come to whoever, right? Because the people who love you, the people who really are not looking to control you, are looking for you to be the best version of yourself and to create those decisions and teaching you better decision-making skills so you can be a better person, not so that you create a constant need for them to be the power person in your life. So I hope that helps. I hope you're having a great day, and chat later.